All right, so I'm here with Jess, who is a principal at Stantec, and he shared some of the best advice I've heard for how associates groups at firms can be effective. So Jess, you want to share with us your advice?
Sure. And so to put it in context, the challenge that we were having was, we had a young associates group, and we wanted to give them the opportunity to kind of meet on their own, to kind of come up with their own initiatives, and really contribute and support the leadership of the practice. And what we were seeing was not very focused efforts from them, and then also kind of pie in the sky um, objectives or goals that really were not achievable, and we needed a way to rein them in. So one of the things that we asked them was, we said, hey, think about is, as you go through what the objectives are or what the goals are that you want to achieve, is how does this really make money for the practice? Because the bottom line is, we are a business. One of our main goals as a business are financial goals, and we want you to think through, how does this create opportunity, but how does it make us money? And it not make us money in the way that profit in dollars and cents is the only thing that's important to us, but to keep them coming back to the idea that we are a business, and things that make us money aren't just operational efficiency, they're opportunities, they're business development, it's building our staff, it's creating an environment where we attract the best and brightest staff. But in the end, how are the goals that you're setting achieving these, right? Like, how are we increasing our bottom line, but doing that through several different labors? Again, it doesn't have to be operational efficiency. It can be business development or anything else, but really, and I think it was effective because it gave them that opportunity to say, okay, this is what we want to do. And it didn't preclude what they wanted to do. It just made them focus it a bit more, right? And think about it through that lens of, someday you're going to be the leaders of the business, and one of those leadership responsibilities is profit and making sure that the business is sustainable and that the business is going to be here in 10 and 20 years. So look at it through that lens, and it doesn't change your goals, it doesn't change your objective. It might just focus it, and it might just tweak it a little bit, how you go about it, the resources that you put into it. And it's really good because I think it creates transparency, right? So when we start talking about finances and we start talking about how the business operates, a lot of times some of that stuff is a mystery to those young leaders, and it's really good to get them thinking about it, because then they start to ask questions, and then we share information with them. I've always had the mantra that it's not really, there's no secrets, right? If somebody really wants to know how the business operates, they can figure it out. So there's no reason to kind of hide any of that. It's just, everybody needs to keep that in focus.
Yeah. And one of the reasons I love that, especially from a gender perspective, is that associates groups are a big place where women demonstrate their leadership. And there's some evidence that women tend to be mentored less than men on financial
Mm.
acumen, business and strategic acumen. So to bake in this stretch opportunity, that awareness of, needing to kind of think at the highest levels of the business, even if you're not, actually there yet, I think can kind of help craft that pipeline, kind of smooth that pipeline for women into leadership.
Yeah. And again, it's, to me, again, it's back to that transparency issue, right? Like, if they're thinking about it, they're going to ask questions about it. And leadership is there to answer those questions, provide clarity, and really give them all the information that they need to be successful. So there's lots of opportunity there.
Yeah, thank you.